Okay, here we are, Matthew Russell Lee, Inner City Press, here at the Southern District of New York Courthouse today, Tuesday, June 11th, 2024. Now, again, as always, with the Trump docket, there's been a development in the documents case in Florida. Eileen Cannon has stripped out a paragraph 36, regarding the map shown to a Republican PAC individual in Bedminster, seemingly about Afghanistan. Her logic, and it was the logic of the motion which she granted in part, was that it was not tied to any particular crime in the indictment, that it was sort of like a speaking indictment, gone too far, and the paragraph is gone. Of course, there's another motion pending, but we'll get back to that. Also, yesterday, Trump was, as we reported yesterday morning, he was doing his pre-sentencing interview with probation by Zoom. Apparently took place without incident, 30 minutes, it's done. But there was some pushback from local criminal defense attorneys, public defenders here in New York, saying it was treated unfairly. Turns out, actually, I think the better approach would be to say that more defendants should be able to do it by video if they want. And I'm tying that now to a report that we wrote about. I don't know if anyone else has. There's a judge here in the SDNY, Richard M. Berman, that does very hands-on supervision. He issued a report yesterday called Judge-Involved Supervised Release. And he does do it. He does it when people that he sends to jail get out and are under supervision. He doesn't wait, as many do, to see if there's a violation and then act. He starts having these Zoom calls with them, or WebEx. I cover a lot of them. Sometimes I cover them and don't write about them because it gets very intimate about somebody's girlfriend or their job. But he's very hands-on, and he tries to bring all of the probation's resources to bear so that the person does not reoffend, as they say. So we wrote up the report. You can find it. What I take from that is also that although they're criminal cases, these things are done by video, so more things should be able to be done that way, including people being able to see trials, such as the one that I'm covering today. One is, I'm going to get to Menendez last because it connects to the UN, but U.S. versus Guo, Miles Guo. Yesterday, we covered a guy who set up bank accounts for them at not only Signature, Morgan Stanley, Bank of Princeton. I think all of these institutions, if you believe the prosecutors, if you were to believe them, what's happening with those institutions? Anyway, we're going to continue on that. Also, Wang of Archegos, there's a cooperator on the stand for a few days. But Menendez is the big one. Today, very soon from now, the Jose Uribe, the cooperator, will be back on the stand, subject to cross-examination, and it's going to be something. And I've gone back and looked at Menendez's performance in the Senate Foreign Relations Committee while these alleged acts were taking place, and he was grilling nominees to various ambassador positions, saying you have a conflict of interest, you're sleazy. It's kind of extraordinary. If it's true, if you take it true, the allegations of the speaking complaint are true, quite extraordinary. Now, he also grilled, interestingly enough, not only Kelly Craft, but Linda Thomas-Greenfield, and I hadn't known this, believe it or not. I think maybe I'm not covering the UN as closely as I should. She spoke at a Confucius Institute CCP event. Of course, Menendez set it up to sort of like have her talk about it and then say it's all fine. Is it really? Well, we'll see, because her U.S. mission has done absolutely nothing to confront the censorship by the UN, banning U.S.-based media with total impunity. But we'll continue to push there and here. To be continued. Inner City Press.